I'll just go. you can point towards us. Turn up.
Huh? Get up yet? Oh God! Crikey. Alright. No, I don't want him to go. Where's he going?
Let's stop. Let's go.
No, stop!
Yeah, let's go.
Oh shit! Look how cool off.
Come on, Curtis.
Curtis.
Curtis the camel. We're heading to Ras Abu Galoum, which is right out on the point there. You can see behind me. You can also see Gemma with a whole load of our kiting gear scooting along behind me. Saves us lugging it for an hour and a half or 2 hours up to that point. We're going to camp the night out there with some bedouins. We brought a few coals from the shop because as you can see, wood's pretty scarce around here. So we hope that improves the hospitality. But we hear they're friendly people. So yeah, hopefully we have some dinner with them tonight. The wind's just starting to come up. Hopefully we get a couple days of good kiting in as well. And in the meantime, we're just loving this adventure. How's the camel ride, Gemma?
Awesome. Love my camel.
How many times have you fallen off?
Not once.
What's your camel called?
Oh, I want to get off before we go around this corner. Moses.
Oh, bit of a steep corner coming up. Gemma's starting to get the camel wobbles, the collie wobbles, camel cobble wobble cobbles. It's taken a while, but Gemma seems to finally have bonded with her camel. She's named him Moses. I'm not sure why, but I guess it's got something to do with being in the Sinai and being very, very thirsty. Driver's license not required. Hey! Driver's license not required in Egypt, or at least in this part of the Sinai. Hello.
Hello.
So kiting across the lagoon behind me is Matt, our new South African friend. He's led us on this camel trek out to this beautiful lagoon. He's doing a few jumps. It's not quite enough wind to get some real air at the moment. I've been on the water for about half an hour and had to come in and have a hot coffee and put my beanie on and warm up a bit. The air temperature's not bad, but the water temperature's pretty cold, so you've got to get out and sit by the fire or find a nice spot on the hot rocks in the sun. There's our camp behind me. We're spending the night for a couple bucks and get plenty of Bedouin hospitality for free. First thing they did was sit down and cook us up a tea, and one individual at only 10 o'clock in the morning started profusely smoking rollies. It was within 40 minutes or so that we realised he was extremely stoned. He's disappeared and he's left us to enjoy the tea and enjoy the kiting. Still hoping that we can get a few more knots up because Matt's just not getting the boost he wants. You can tell he's keen. You can tell he's keen. As you can see, our luxurious accommodation has all the modern conveniences. We've got tea that's boiling. We've got the ubiquitous Egyptian shisha. We've got El Natural flooring, which is easy to clean. We've got kite gear scattered around, and of course we've got the front yard kiting lagoon, which I have to say is one of the best features of this particular establishment.
Okay.
I'm just warming up.
Where's
Look at the spin, look at the spin.
Oh my gosh.
Had a brilliant day kiting yesterday in the end of the lagoon there. Unfortunately the wind only hit about 15 knots, so it was good fun, but we couldn't really go for any big air, especially with this beautiful backdrop. Would have been a great spot for some photos. It was quite cold in the lagoon. It was you'd end up shivering with the wind, especially if you got wet, because the water was so cold. So you'd hop out and warm up in the on the hot rocks on the end of the beach there. But Matt went over the other side of the peninsula into the sea, and there's a coral reef off there, and you kite across this reef, which is barely a foot of water deep, looking at this beautiful coral, and like there's sea urchins, there's all sorts of amazing stuff underneath you, and as you hit the end of the reef, it would just suddenly go deep blue. And Matt's a diver, so he's telling me the facts, and he's saying it drops to about 600 metres straight off the edge there, so you're flying along on about a foot of water, and then suddenly you're in like 600 metres of water. It was just amazing. And the other bonus was the water was about 5 degrees warmer on that side of the peninsula there than it was in the lagoon, so we actually could kite for a reasonable amount of time before we got the shivers up. So we're just looking back down the coast. Dahab's down that way, and that over there is Saudi Arabia. Funnily enough, the last spot we kited was in Costa Rica. However, the opposite coast was Nicaragua, so I seem to be making a habit of kiting in spots between two countries. And you're looking north up the Gulf towards the very tip where it meets Jordan and Israel. But hopefully we get some more wind today. Hopefully we have another rocking time. So worked up a bit of warmth and a bit of a hunger, taking a walk up those hills there. Just heading back into camp where everyone was snoozing peacefully when I left, but I've seen the bit of smoke rising from the fire there, so I suspect there's people up and about. Gonna head in, grab our bit of pita bread, shovel it full of baked beans, wrap it in alfoil and throw it on the fire. We left in haste when we came out here, and I think we prepared well, namely heaps of canned baked beans and pita bread, but other people aren't quite so keen on the cuisine. But hey, it is the desert, and you just make do, and I reckon we're doing alright. Okay, it's about 9:30, just perfect time to get out in the water and have a kite surf. Got Matt behind me, trying to convince him to do a boost for us. Oh yeah, it's double back roll, that's alright. We'll put that one in the bank and stick it in my blog, why not, eh? Got to help Gemma pump up her kite. Hopefully she can get planing again today. She had about 150 metre run yesterday, and she was cranking, hooting like a monkey in the jungle.
Camel, السفن سفينة الصحراء. Camel.
Check the damage to the board. Bit of a scrape. Nothing to be too concerned about. Fin's got a bit of a blunt edge on it, but fortunately we've got some spares. All good.
Okay.
All good.
Where is it? It's further. I thought it was a blue hole over that.